The camera opens on the three of you. It's been a few days. You know, everything that transpired kind of just feels like months ago, but it's only been a few days. Richard Concortis is still in the wind. There's no sign of him. Although it was a loss for the three of you overall with what happened. Actually pretty good for Funk because now people actually believe him a little bit because he does have Richard's entire like underground blood mage den that you guys found. That's been like, you know, rated and logged by the FBI. Funk is actually getting some notoriety. He couldn't stick around with you because, like, you know, after everything went down, all of you got taken to the hospital. And as soon as Funk was, like, better, he had to go work back with the FBI. Tamara and Jamie, you do get to go on a little, you know, makeover, you know, go to the nail salon. We'll get back to that in a little bit, but you do get to do that before she has to head out to go meet up with Funk. But it worked out really well for Funk. Not really so much anyone else in town. Everyone from the Midnight Society was dead. They were killed. You did find out later after they raided everything in Richard's basement stuff. He's actually the person that notified the Hunter, the group of pretty much white supremacist monster hunters. He notified them about the Midnight Society and sent them in because he wanted the Midnight Society to die. It was confirmed, you know, he used to be a member of theirs. And so this whole thing, just a real big mess. You all were questioned by the FBI. Funk, you know, corroborated any kind of stories you told.
No, then I reached into the mirror, and then I was drawn into the mirror, and there's this real long fella, and he didn't have any teeth, and it was awful. I mean, it was fun. We made friends. It was fun.
And speaking of that, though, the collector himself, he didn't get questioned by the FBI because no one believed that he existed. You found it in Richard's stuff. His teeth and tongue that were removed for him, you were able to find them. And since they were removed for magical means, they were magically back. So the collector can actually talk now.
Oh.
And so he's been laying low. Funk you all told him just to kind of like chill out while the FBI is investigating everything. He was with the aid of Tamara able to get like healed back up and everything. Marlon, at this point, what they were able to do with your hand is they were able to sand down all of the bone spurs that were like outside of your skin to where there's not like catching anything, but like all of your tendons are severed in your hand. Like you can't move it at all. There's nothing. You can feel it. The nerve endings still work.
Oh, good.
They give me a bunch of pain meds.
Yeah. So your arm is like bandaged up. They say they don't know what to do with it. The doctors, weirdly enough, haven't seen anything like this happen before.
They fixed my dick, right, and everything else.
I mean, you keep asking about your dick to them, and they're like, your dick is fine. Like
it was cut up.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, it's gonna heal. Like you're.
Okay,
yeah,
I want to make sure it doesn't get infected.
They were very. Yeah, you asked a lot about your dick, and they were like, you can't use your hand. Your dick is fine, and you're like, but
what about
doctor?
My priorities?
Yeah, what about my dick, doctor?
Yeah. Just like that.
But you do overhear on the other side of the door at one point after the doctor leaves, after checking your dick out for like the 30th time, he goes, I mean, it's crazy though. It's just the most average.
I'm going to write a fucking paper about this. I'm going to a conference.
I've seen 12 dicks a day. I couldn't tell you which one of this man's dick was, and his was 8 of them.
In the lineup.
Yeah. Kept seeing his dick so many times, just kept being like, is this a new one? Just so run of the mill. Anyways, but your hand is just like inoperable. You can't really use it, and they are like every time they've they told you can try physical therapy, but they didn't really.
I kind of know it's not.
Yeah, like there's not a lot of hope for your arm, so it is like bandaged up and slinged up. And then Ron, you were able to get the little blood drips out of you.
Secrets turn them counterclockwise.
Yeah, it really hurts. It's weird too because Ron, where it is, the wounds did heal, but this is your first scar ever. It's actually
look, at least they're symmetrical, I guess.
Yeah.
That's what everyone looks for in a scar.
Jamie, since everything happened, like you're not feeling great mentally or physically. There's a lot of stuff that Jamie did for the first time. Saw sex. Saw their friend's penis.
Did a murder?
Did a couple of murders.
Ate some people.
Felt what it's like, what your body actually goes through the transformation. But the one thing that you're kind of struggling with right now, Dodo hasn't been responding to you at all anytime in the last couple of days. He's gone like silent. You don't really know, like you can still like kind of sense he's there, but like he's not responding to anything. He's not talking. He's not asking for much. He's not asking for anything. But yeah, so that's it.
No.
But like I said, but for fun times though, what you got to the hospital, you healed up a little bit. What have y'all done in the meantime over the next couple of days? And we can start off, because I was, as coined in the last podcast, a bastard man to y'all. So what was the fun little Tamara and Jamie date where y'all went out and got, your nails done and got to go shopping and stuff?
Well, there's not a lot in town, but we went to a strip mall and I got my nails done, which when they were cleaning them, there was all this like gristle underneath my nail beds. And the nail techs were like, wow, what do you do for work? And I said, I'm a student. And they got really confused.
Yeah. And then Tamara's just kind of like, we do gardening. We do a lot of gardening and outdoor work.
And then I got a haircut at like a real salon, not like just Great Clips or whatever.
Ooh, what kind of cut?
It's one of those things where they spent a really long time and it basically looks the same.
Yeah. It's just like a little nicer version of the bob you already had.
Yeah. Like the curls are a little bit more tamed, but, they spent like an hour and gave me soda and treated me really well. And then it's like, your hair just looks a little tidier.
But how does Jamie feel about it?
I feel really good. I feel special. We did also go clothes shopping.
Okay.
But I tried on a bunch of things that weren't horse shirts, and I didn't feel right.
That's totally fine.
So, yeah, I'm still wearing a horse shirt and jeans. That's me.
What's the new horse shirt you got? Because whatever this new horse shirt is, Tamara also bought one, so y'all can have like a little shirt together.
Aww. It says "On the Run," and it has a horse making a silly face on it.
Like a cartoon horse?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. With shades. It's got sunglasses on.
Is it like looking over the sunglasses?
Yeah.
Like winking.
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah. Tamara does like kind of check in with you. How is Jamie doing after all this? How are you like? Are you processing? Are we pushing past? Are we ignoring? What are we doing?
I'm starting to process, but I don't really have a lot in the way of coping mechanisms. So I've been like reading books, doodling, and just thinking about my horse friends and wondering, like, even though Dodo won't talk to me, at least I still have all my horse friends. Mm-hmm. Marlon and Ron have been being nice, considering, we're all having a hard time, but I don't think that they're mad at me or anything. So, but I am having nightmares.
Oh, yeah.
Just to drop out there.
Just a little PTSD.
Just to kind of drop that there. Yeah, great. Well, yeah, Tamara, she does if she had to leave town. She does give you personally, like she gives herself her number and says, if you ever need anything to reach out, and that she says she's going to try to look out for some more stuff if she finds anything else about like what Dodo is.
So we went to Claire's and I got some earrings, but I also secretly got best friend keychains, and I gave the other half to Tamara so she can take it with her.
She loved it. She kept it. Is it just like where it's like the heart?
No, this one it's little bean pods, because you're 2 peas in a pod.
Oh my God. Yeah. So she gladly puts it on her keys.
Is there anything the mall can't do?
Stay open. I think Jamie is like trying to handle it, but she is definitely white knuckling through this, but probably still doesn't understand what's going on.
I'm low key wondering if this is just like adulthood. Like, is this what happens when you get older?
This is what it feels like.
Yeah, because I'm making like way cool friends. Like Tamara's so cool.
Yeah.
But it's really scary.
All right, great. So for let's go over to Ron now. You didn't really have too much of a recovery time. Like, you took a long sleep and you've kind of felt better. Everyone at the hospital was very concerned of the fact that like they couldn't get needles in you, but then they took like your vitals and stuff, at least, and like healthy from what they can tell. Everything's going great. So you are discharged, but you do now you got your trial back, and you did not realize what it could do before, but you do kind of have this mysterious trail. Also, you are friends with the collector now. You definitely made a bond with him. You do know, like, Tamara told you that she did go into the Mirrorverse. She helped like do a ritual to like give him his.
Oh wow, she really helped you tidy up in here, collector. This is nice.
Yeah. So I was saying, what do you want to do? Do you want to do like visit the collector? Do you want to check out your trail? What do you kind of want to do for a little downtime scene?
I think I'm gonna hang out with the collector, see if we can establish us a relationship with someone that lives inside of all mirrors. That seems like a Like as Paul metagaming, but also as Ron, because like
Well,
long guy. Like,
he can just because it's like he can't just travel to a mirror on the other side of the country kind of thing. But the mirrors within it's still can be, but it's not. Anyways, yeah. So you go, you go, and then Collector can talk now. So I got to think of a voice. I should have thought of that whenever I said this.
Here, let me just help. Let's just help you. We'll put all these. So we'll put all these weird band T-shirts here in these bins, and I guess we're gonna. Oh, you got to really. I like this curio cabinet you set up for all the missing socks. That's funny. I like that. That's good.
The Collector, you're helping him organize and talk. He's like a little shy. He doesn't have that many friends, but he does start to open up to you, and he's just like, Ron, I just gotta tell you, I really appreciate everything you did for me. I know I heard you were saying I'm not like a small boy that's stretched out. I was a child at one point. That's just
Sure, we all were. Sometimes we're children at heart for a long
time.
Well,
I am. I'm human. I am a human, but I've been here so long, it kind of changed me to this. But I don't. But whenever you showed up, though, because you're one of the helpful ones.
I like to think so.
No, because I could see, whenever, could you see in the mirror how, whenever other people come in here, you saw your friend Marlon come in here, there's a bunch of different ones, and then, there's different ones of you, but you all kind of have this kind of glow about you?
Well, I like to keep exfoliate and try and keep my skin.
Have you not met other helpfuls?
Other folks are nice,
and specifically, that's the reason why you could hear me.
I feel like you're using the word helpful with, a capital letter or something. I'm going to just say no to get to what are you talking about?
Have you heard people calling out for help and then no one else can hear it before?
Yeah, but we've been doing there's been a lot of very difficult to explain things going around, so I figured that might just have been part of that.
No. You, Ron, you're just born to kind of just be helpful. I don't really spend a lot of time with people, but I like watching everybody, and I've seen other helpfuls around, and I was kind of hoping one of you would come, because for the last 3 months, Richard had me under control, and I was having to kill for him, and I was cursed to where if I mentioned it to anyone or did anything, I would die. But it wasn't until you got here that I could start, I knew I could reach out to you because I couldn't get the hold of arrows, but you don't know anything about this.
No, I guess not. It sounds like no, because you seem to think that
he starts to rummage through a pile y'all haven't gotten to, and he gets to this book, and it just has an old drawing of a hand, an open hand, kind of like a handshake, and he goes,
it could be a wave if you turn it this way. That's nice.
He goes, anyway, so this is just, and then you look through it, and there's no words. It's just different hand symbols from throughout time, but it's just different markings and stuff of different what is just kind of you can assume is kind of tribes and sects of helpful people throughout the years. And what it is, it goes, so yeah, this book here is all about just kind of not your lineage per se, but there's always in this kind of world where monsters and demons are real. There's some people that are just really helpful. That's why you're nigh invulnerable. You can be hurt and killed.
Oh, don't I know it? Look at here. Look at my scars. Look, they're perfectly symmetrical.
He goes, anyway, so take this book. If you ever seen these symbols, that's people.
Oh, it's a field guide to hand gestures.
Yeah, I like that. Well, this is just different ways that you can put, that you need help, or that there's other helpful around and stuff like that. So, I just wanted you to have that. That's what I just want to thank you for saving my life and making me stop killing people, because I remember everything that I did, but I just couldn't, stop it when I was doing it.
That sounds horrifying beyond belief. Do you need a hug?
Yes. And then he wraps his very long, wispy arms around you, and he can
and then the fingers go around again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can they can wrap even though with your giant torso, they can wrap around a few times.
That's comforting.
Anyways, so I know you're all just on your road trip. After you leave, and he gives you the same spin top he gave you before. He goes, anytime you need me, it might take me a little longer depending on how far you're away, but if you just spin this on a mirror, you can call me, and you got a friend in me, Ron. You help save me, and you help save well, not everybody in town, but the people.
Yeah, well, we did our best.
Already died.
Once people start ripping their own teeth out, it's really difficult to
blame
yourself on some of those.
I found out.
Yeah.
Anyways,
it's a real pleasure meeting you, and thank you for.
Yeah. Well, once again, thanks for helping me with this organization. You got a real knack for this.
Looks like. It's just keeping things tidy, trying to.
Yeah, and it is, because the last time we saw the Collector's weird little room thing, that's just a bunch of weird things. But yeah, you have it in this different organizational system. It looks nice. It will never be like this again, but he'll like it for a couple of days. But yeah, so then we cut over to Marlon. You were the last to be discharged, which you hated the most, honestly, because they kept having to keep you under for surveillance because they were like, well, not only did your hand you have a gunshot wound that we have to treat, and you were like scraped and like scratched up, and they're like, also there's a lot of other problems in your body that weren't from this time, and like,
I know
they're asking you like a lot of questions that you're just like, no, next one.
car accident. Car accident.
Please, just let me take this gyro into my friend. I know he can smell it from outside. The gyro festival's going on.
So
and
hungry.
What are we doing with you? What's going on?
While Marlon was in the hospital, he was just pacing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. If he had an IV, he was carrying it with his good hand. There's a point too. He's got his phone and he's making phone calls. Then he gets phone calls and he like ignores them and like keeps blocking different numbers. Whatever that's about. And then he goes up to the mirror in his hotel room bathroom and he starts tapping on it. It's like, collector. It could be while they're having their heartwarming moment. I'm like, hey. I'm like, I want to talk to the collector.
Yeah, and then you see like Marlon tapping after you guys are talking, and then the collector goes, I don't really like your friends.
Oh, I mean, hey.
He's really, I understand it, but like, he's just really aggressive.
Hey.
And like, he's really rude.
No, Marlon doesn't seem like he makes friends all that easy. So I'm just trying to be good. You know, like everybody.
I get
needs a
that.
friend.
I'm just trying to,
Marlon knows a lot of stuff. Marlon's kept me out of script. All right, no, it's a little much sometimes, I admit. But
He's banging on the mirror.
Marlon's kept me out of danger more than a couple of times.
I'm not gonna pull him through because he's just gonna.
I got a question.
No, but if you want to get that, I gotta get back to the Euro Festival. I'm
Okay,
doing a tzatziki drop at
no
midnight.
problem. And he finds like a little mirror that's at like for the Euro Festival, and he opens it up for you to go through. And then you can like whenever the collector's opening the little mirror gates for you can get through without taking any harm, even without the armor. And then the collector just sighs. And then you start to just like the mirror kind of like shifts, and you just see like through into the mirror verse. He goes, "Hey, Marlon.
Hey, do you know where Richard is?
You mean the guy that literally like kidnapped my body?
Do you know where he is? I want to kill him.
I
want to get rid of him.
I don't know where he is.
Can you let us know if you find out where he is?
No, I don't want anything to do with him.
Well, then if you just let us know, I'm not saying go after him and put yourself in danger. I'm saying if you find out where he is. Can you tell Ron?
No, because I'm not going to look for him. Because every time I think of him, I see the faces and they're dying.
Okay, I'm very sorry.
No, you're not. I can tell you're not.
I'm sorry.
You know what? I know that Ron said that you're a nice guy, but I think he's a bad judge of character sometimes. And then the mirror goes back.
I don't disagree with you. And then he's like pacing again, messing with his phone, setting up Google alerts, trying to call people, private investigators he knows, trying to call in favors because he wants to like.
Does he call Cobb?
He's doing a bunch of other stuff first because he doesn't really think Cobb is going to be helpful.
Also too because like you've talked to Funk a bunch too, and you keep asking for updates, and he's just like, Marlon, we have the entire
really
FBI
annoying.
after him. Like literally, I understand you're trying, but like. We have full like this man.
You know what he did?
I know
to
what
me.
he did.
My hand is fucked.
He's responsible for dozens of murders in this town. He is gonna be caught, Marlon. But like, I understand this happened to you, and I'm very sorry. But you've called me 5 times today.
Okay, I'll stop.
You said that the last 2, Marlon.
I'll stop for real this time.
I don't want it to block your number, okay, Marlon?
Okay.
I appreciate everything you did, but I understand that what he did, and if we find out...
Pacing in like a very small room.
But once again, the FBI is on it. There are people out. We got APBs all over. He's a mass murderer. Do not worry, Marlon.
Don't worry. They're out there solving the McDonald's thing.
Yeah. There's a couple of people that are scamming a corporation that are getting a top bill, but...
Yeah, cool.
Most of our agents are devoted to that. But.
I gotta chill out. I gotta go.
Aren't you on pain meds?
Yeah. A lot.
It's
not enough. It's not enough.
More.
I don't. Okay. When I hit the morphine.
Yeah. And he's like, anyways, I'll let you know if we find anything. It's just you need to take some time and rest, okay? Don't. I know you're making the face. I know you're making the face.
He's
right
thinking,
now, Marlon.
I don't have time.
Yeah.
He's like, he's got 5 months left. He's like, I don't have time. I don't have time. He's like, okay. Thanks.
I'll let you know if there's anything comes up.
Thanks, Funk. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Thanks. He calls Cobb.
Mom, what can I help you with there, Mom?
Cobb, how do I, my hand's fucked up. How do I get a new hand?
Yeah. Oh, you got a fucked up hand. What would you do?
Can I find like a corpse?
You tell me a little dirty secret. What'd you do with that hand, Marlon?
I didn't do it this time, Cobb.
Marlon.
It wasn't my fault this time.
Okay.
It was
did it to you, Marlon?
the blood mage made a bunch of bone spurs grow in my hand.
Oh, I was just talking to somebody the other day about blood magic, Marlon.
It was me.
Oh, that was
Cobb.
you? That was interesting.
How do I find the blood mage who did this to me, and how do I get a new hand?
I don't know. Do you do magic, Marlon?
No, I have a book. I have the book. I don't want to use it.
You got what kind of book is it?
We've talked about this so many times, Cobb.
What is it? Oh,
This is the occult book with the thing on
I
it.
myself, I like Little Women. The story is very. It's very. Even though I myself am not like a tiny little woman, I do feel like I can see myself in a Marlon.
Cobb, I wonder sometimes if you do this to me on purpose.
Do what, Marlon?
I ask you
have
very
genuine friendship.
We are. We are friends, Cobb.
Well, Marlon,
can you help me?
Use the book. You gotta. Is it
there
Little
another
Woman?
way? No, it's an occult.
Oh, well, then
It's
you
a
got
really
a lot
scary
of good stuff
demon
in there.
book in it.
Well, I mean, there's other demons in there, Marlon. Here's the thing: you gotta deal one demon. Well, you can make a deal with another demon. You can take a loan out of multiple banks.
Yeah, but they come to collect.
Who doesn't come to collect? That's why
I already got like 5 months
Marlon,
left.
that's why I've been dead 7 times.
7 times?
Well, on paper only 3, but 4 of them were actual deaths.
I want to jump in here and say that is actually a great way to avoid having to pay your credit card bills.
Dying.
Yeah.
How do you come back to life when you die? Is that why you want everybody's bodies when they die?
No, I came back in my body. I want everyone's bodies because I like to make little scenes,
Can I get some hands from those bodies and can I get a new hand?
I mean, it was
use some healing magic so I don't have to work with any demons.
It'd just be like a dead hand, Marlon.
So could reanimate. If you could come back from the dead, why can't I get a new hand from a cool body?
I mean,
I gotta figure this out.
You can get it.
I can't go on like this forever. It's fucked.
You can get a new hand, Marlon, but you got to figure out how to animate it.
Okay.
You got to get some kind of power source for it.
Okay.
Is it your blood? Is it your bones? Is it your central nervous system? Is it maybe, I don't know, a keychain? Who knows, Marlon?
A keychain?
So many things in this world happen mysteriously.
What keychain?
Well, there is the keychain of healing.
How do I get that, Cobb?
I believe it's in the Lazarus pit. Jesus was kind of a tourist, and that's how that old boy kind of got back, his little keychain.
The Lazarus, is that like in the Middle East somewhere?
Maybe. Who knows where anything is, Marlon? Time and space are kind of subjective in how you look at it.
Okay, thank you. That's something. The morphine's really starting to hit.
Anyways, I was just kind of looking at that book you got there, Marlon. I'm sure there's plenty of friends. You only got a couple months to live anyways. Burn that can of bunions.
True.
All right, Marlon.
You always give me the best advice, Cobb.
That's why old Marlon. Did you get the pictures I commissioned of us, Marlon? The little friendship ones was just us, riding on a whale together.
Did I?
Yeah, not yet.
No, I don't know what that sounds lovely, Cobb.
What's your address again?
Can you just take a picture, send it to me?
'Cause I just wrote Marlon on an envelope, and I put it in the mail.
It's not going to get to me,
Oh,
Cobb.
no, they did it to me again. They got old cap twice.
They sound lovely, though. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'll think about it, and then maybe we
He's like crying.
we look at the same
'cause
moon
he's so
when I'm thinking
frustrated.
about it. You can see it, too.
Yeah.
A friendship moon,
That's
Marlon.
what
That's the next
friends
one I'll
are,
drop
Cobb.
for us.
Can you tell me more about the Lazarus keychain later? I gotta go.
Well, yeah, I mean, anyway, Marlon, are you there? Marlon? Oh, old Cobb got hung up on again. Never going to change my ways, though. Nah, especially not for Marlon.
Yeah, so then,
Also, Marlon keeps getting calls from some random number, and he keeps blocking it.
Well, that's pretty common these
Something
days.
else. Yeah, well, something.
Yeah, great. So I think it's been like I said, y'all get to like rest up for a few days, like half a week or so.
I'm awful sorry about all the mess, Mr. Maier. You understand, though. I mean, I hope the insurance covers it.
Get your affairs in order. Mr. Maier is going to be pressing charges later.
Marlon tried to get you out of that one too.
Yeah, but you went back and talked to him. So
does
that's
Marlon have a lot of experience with painkillers and morphine and stuff like that?
Yes.
That's the problem. That's why they're not doing as well of a job right now, because he's just abused them before.
Well, he's abused them and had all sorts of grievous bodily harm and been in the hospital.
So it's not like doing too much. He's like, this morphine ain't shit.
And he knows if he does too much, he'll kill him. So he's trying to ride that balance while having like a constant panic
Well, they make
attack.
the button stop working.
Yeah.
If you can't overdose from the button.
But yeah, so it is, y'all are...
Check out my YouTube channel for opium button hacks.
y'all been staying at Pop and Mom's. Funk actually paid for your stay. Just kind of said, you know, as long as y'all need to stay there, you each got individual rooms too. He's just put on, you know, because y'all helped out the FBI, so you may be able to do that. You may be able to like rest and recuperate. You have like talked and stuff, but I still think a lot of you just kind of taking some like alone time. You decided today you're gonna figure out where you're gonna go next on the road trip. So the three of you like have gotten ready, and you're going out to the van, and you see the van is just like swerving around on the road, like doing like donuts and stuff and fish tailing.
Oh my God, what the fuck? And I look,
Marlon,
and
you
we're
ever
all
seen
here.
Cars? You
Did
ever
someone
seen-
steal the van?
Oddity Roadshow, episode 13, The Tale of the Fucked Up Little Guy.
I'm looking. Is there anybody in the...
Yeah, you do. It's hard to see because it's like not. It's not that they're like so small that they can't see the steering wheel, but they're like the van itself is like pretty big, so you just barely see like some small hands on the wheel and like a really like kind of furry like haircut as it's just spinning out. And then you do see there's somebody walking across the street that looks like.
All right, so you see a...
oh, fuck, there's a different person here.
Well,
Everyone
you'll
say,
see.
No, I meant at the table.
Everyone say hello to Claudia. She's our guest
Claudia.
for today.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hi.
so what are they? What's the person they see walking across the street?
All right, it's a like young 20-something woman, tattered like jean shorts, oversized horse shirt. It just says horse in all capital letters, and you see the horse's hoof, and you can tell that it's supposed to be a peace sign, but it's just the hoof.
Yeah, but you see, like, so the van's like swerving and like just barely clips this woman where she gets like hit and like gets thrown off to the sidewalk.
Whoa.
After that, and then like the van stops her a little bit. You can't really see what's happening, and then just speeds off. But you do see a woman that just got hit on the side of the road by the van.
Oh my gosh, does she need help?
Let's go see.
Well, I mean, feel like I have to check.
All right, so as you walk up, you just see this panic look in her eyes. She's like, "Did you see who that was? Have you seen? Was it this person?" She holds a cutout of a honeycomb cereal box of just the mascot, and he's just like, "It was him, wasn't it?
That creature? It's the creature.
The
Is
weird
it
bee
This
thing?
fucked up little guy, yeah."
I mean, Marlon shrugs.
I saw small hands and fur. It might have been.
It was him, I know it. He's been around here. He's fucking everything up.
Did he just try to kill you?
I think that was just an accident. He doesn't seem to care what he's doing at all, but we have to find him.
What's his name? Does he have a name?
He's just a fucked up little guy. I don't know. And
Should we
as-
call him Fulg? Fucked up little guy?
You can call him whatever you want. I just know he's a nasty little creep, and I have to find him.
Okay. What's your name?
As you're asking, you see just like this woman start to just shrink and like into her clothes, and there's just a pile of clothes on the ground, and out hops a little frog.
Ma'am, are you? Ron looks through the like that. Where'd she go?
She just ribbits back. You can't speak frog.
Sure, I didn't think I could.
So yeah, that's the thing. So she just ribbits. So both Ron and Marlon, you just hear ribbiting, but Jamie actually hears.
All right, so my name is Quick Bites. You can call me Quibi.
Okay.
Traditional frog name. And this fucked up little guy has been going around biting creatures in the woods. I'm a frog. That human form, I don't know what makes me do that. That's not right. I'm not supposed to be. This is who I am.
Did you turn into that form, the human form, after he bit you?
Yeah. And that's been happening to everything. We have a little community of us, of just people who have been bit by this monster.
Woodland creatures turned human. It's like the opposite. Guys. It's like the opposite of the Princess and the Frog, but when the fucked up little guy bites them, they turn into peoples.
Do you say this like ribbit?
When Jamie is talking to Quibi, she's speaking in ribbits. When she relays it to you, then she says it back in English.
Right. I still speak human.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. So I just told you that.
Okay.
Do you know where he's staying or where we can find him, or does he
Was
have a
that your
lair?
van?
Yeah.
He's going to be so much more dangerous now.
Well,
He's been running around. No, I've been looking for him. I've been tracking him. He just leaves a trail of mayhem wherever he goes, and I've been following. I followed him here. I have my home's real close by. If you want to maybe get some help from some others.
Yeah. Do you want to be carried? Like, what's the best way?
Yes.
Okay. I would love to carry you.
I didn't
but
know that was an
wanna
option.
assume.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So Jamie's gonna pick up Quibi and like cup her hands and convey to Ron and Marlon in human English. Okay, Quibi lives with this community of people who've been under attack from the fucked up little guy, and we're gonna go meet everybody and
Are they all
get
frogs? Do they all turn into frogs?
Are they all frogs, or is it just woodland creatures?
I mean, it's mostly frogs. It's like my family and my frog tribe. But there's a few squirrels.
Do you want us to get your clothes here?
Mostly frogs.
Yes, please. I've been human long enough that I know when I transform back, I'm gonna need those.
All right, I'll just pick these up and fold them up nicely.
Okay.
Wait.
How do we?
That has to get conveyed back to me.
Can you tell us how to get there?
Oh, you can't carry me.
Okay. Sorry. I'll put you back down.
She just starts hopping along. You can follow her. I assume you want to.
We need the van.
Maybe like 30 feet into the woods, and there's just a little clearing. You see, it's a very Disney movie. Lots of like animals chirping and birds, flowers. It's very like scenic, and you see as she walks up to several other frogs, gets on her like lily pad, and it's like, all right, so what's been going on with you? What's up with that van? Do you know how to get to it?
Well, we were gonna go on a road trip, but bad things keep happening.
How do we get to it now, though? I need to find him.
Well,
I only know
have,
one thing about it, and it's that we have to bite him back.
Marlon.
We have to stop this curse.
And we can just assume you're translating this too. So
No, I was gonna actually say, Marlon. Jamie's just croaking and riveting. Does that seem normal to you?
She can talk to animals, right?
I mean, I suppose so.
I mean, you certainly hope she can.
Yeah, that'd be really weird.
That she certainly says she can.
Yeah. Do Ron and Marlon trust Jamie's translations?
I think sometimes Jamie is so credulous. If it sounds like you're getting lied to, Marlon would be suspicious, but there's no reason for me to disbelieve or not in this situation. Sometimes when you say stuff Dodo says, Marlon, and that's not an animal, but Marlon's like, you have the lighter, though, if you want to try to use the imp
to find the van?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Quibi, there's something we can try, and Jamie's gonna try to start the lighter. 8.
You like flick the lighter, and then like it takes a couple of times, but then the imp pops up, and he goes, "Oh my god, wait, you?
Hi.
He actually gave it to you?
Yeah.
Oh my god, this
Marlon
is
looks so miserable.
What have you been up to?
He looks so
this
pissed
is great.
off.
This is great. What do you
think
need, Jamie? How's it going?
It's
Hey, listen,
fine.
you want a little demon butterscotch? I got you. Here you go. You take it. You take it.
Marlon just sits down by the pond and isn't even looking at
Do you eat it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes just like it's like volcanic ash.
It's very earthen flavor.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Anyways, hey, it's a pleasure being someone. What can I help you with, Jamie?
So this little guy, fucked up little guy stole.
Fucked up little guy. I like
he
those.
stole our van.
Oh, that's
and
fucked up.
He's been biting all these frogs and making them peoples.
Oh, this little frog, and then also the imp can speak to you in frog. He goes, "Oh, what's up? What's up? That's a nice little frog there. Hello, nice to meet you."
I don't think a frog can make that sound, but she gives her best try.
Yeah, no, it's no problem. Nice to meet you. And what is your name?
I'm Quibi. All right, so This is my whole frog crew. We have all been afflicted by this fucked up little
Oh
guy.
my god, this fucked up little guy is he's doing fucked up
Yeah.
things. This is crazy.
And so we need to figure out how to break this curse. And
Oh,
I think
okay.
the only natural conclusion is we have to bite him. He bit us.
Oh yeah, no, it's the bite paradox.
Yeah, circle of bite.
Circle of bite. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense. That checks out. Yeah, so anyways, yeah, I love to help it out. I'm just a real, and then he like kind of says it over his shoulder to where he definitely marking it. Real helpful little imp for people that are nice to me.
I'm just looking at the water.
Yeah, you're looking at the water.
I have like
but
a
you're
stick
hearing
with my good
everything.
hand, like messing with the mud.
Yeah, so he goes, yeah, okay, so we need to find the van.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Can you do anything for it?
Yeah, do you have the keys for it?
Yes.
Yeah, just let me. Here,
Yeah,
let me
me or Ron would still have the keys.
Yeah. No, like yeah, he hotwires. So this is a fucked up little guy. Asks for the keys from whoever has
Ron
them.
probably has them. It's his van.
Ron hands over the keys.
And he goes, okay, here we go, guy. Hey, guy, Quibi, could you mind if I borrow a lily pad?
I think this is also a moment where you can transform Quibi back to
Yeah.
human to just make it easier for
Yeah,
the rest
And
of
this
the
is
crew.
More subtitles.
This is like she.
So it's not
She
constantly
like
being
transforms
translated.
back, and also she doesn't really know, and all the other frogs don't really know when or why they transform, but they do. You transform back, and then he goes, "Okay, so wait, do you still speak frog now, or do you want me to speak in human?"
She just speaks back in human to you, just whatever.
Inhuman, you know.
Human,
Yeah.
listen.
Earth human.
Like we're speaking right now, human.
We're all doing it together.
Normal human talk. And she goes, anyway, so yeah, if I can see a lily pad real quick, I can do a little tracking spell for you. So you know how like they do how you can make like a compass. Like some water. He does something similar. He takes like a lily pad, takes some water. He bites his finger, drops a couple of like dots of imp blood on there, and then puts the keys on there. And the keys like start
that's
to like
cool.
rotate around, and then slowly stop. And he's like, okay, just follow this, and it'll take you to the van. And anyone else here that I'm talking to and making eye contact right now want a demon butterscotch?
Sure.
Here you go. And then he hands you one.
Oh, that is a unique flavor.
Yeah, that's real ash.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. I'll
There
take
you go.
one.
Here you go. Anyways, the three of you, it's been a great time talking. Thank you so much. Hey, anytime you need to use the lighter, there's a little trick where you can kind of get it a bit more. And so now you get a +1 anytime you use the lighter because he shows you a little trick of like how you got to really like flick it right. And he goes, anyways.
Wow, this is like a very special episode about fucking friendship, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hey, Jamie. it's
And
been
sorry if I interrupted. I don't know.
No. Listen, you can never interrupt me, Jamie. It's great seeing you. Anyways, fuck you, Marlon.
I act like I didn't hear it.
But you heard it so loudly. You now have a little tracker for the van, and then one of the other frogs.
It's improbable that this lily pad would float keys in it, but I guess demon blood is magic. So.
Yeah. One of the other frogs does transform into a human, though. And then what is their name?
That would be LimeWire will be that frog.
Yeah, LimeWire transforms.
So that's like an older frog then.
Yeah, he's like
Yeah.
he has gray hair. You can.
And so he's just like an older man. He's like, Quibi, are you? Have you brought these humans here to help us find this fucked up little guy?
They're gonna do it. They've found him.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
This demon made a tracker out of our lily pad. We're gonna get him this
classic
time.
friends of the frog. Anyways, nice to meet you all. I'm LimeWire. I'm somewhat of the elder of this group of frogs. It's a pleasure to meet all of you. Thank you so much for helping Quibi here.
Yeah, ever since the PirateBay.com died.
Yes,
LimeWire.
PirateBay.com. His death was sad, but also that's just the way of the frog, if you will. Do humans die?
The way of the frog. She repeats.
Marlon says yes, humans die.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Well, we all know that they become part of the great frog circle, the ribbon, if you will. Anyways,
The ribbon of life.
I wish you all the best of luck. Please, if you want, take a little sip from our pond. It's so delicious.
I already
Ron,
drank so much.
Ron enjoys a
water
sip.
from other ponds
Jamie,
today.
I'll try it.
So
Is it brackish as fuck? Am I gonna get
no,
tannin
no,
poisoning?
No, this is that idyllic, like it's
Jamie
clear
and
as
Ron,
fuck.
for the rest of the session, you have an extra temporary harm point.
Meaning,
Yeah, it's like temporary. You get extra, like, you have an extra box of harm. And then LimeWire looks, she goes, and anyways, you don't have to be here. You know that, right?
I would like to find my van. I'm sorry. I've had a very difficult time.
But that doesn't mean you have to take it out on other people's.
What did I do?
You were. I offered you our pond water.
I said thank you. I'm not
It was
thirsty.
really good.
I'm just, it is. I called me an old frog, but it's a little rude to turn down when you're at someone's house. If they offer you something, you take it.
Fine, I'll do it. I'll do it
No.
now.
I actually don't want you to anymore. The pond
Okay.
water's for friends. Anyways, and then he
Cool.
as he's talking to you, he shrinks back down and frog, rubber. And then, but Jamie does
Marlon.
hear he's given
all these
lessons.
weird piles of clothes that frogs
He
hopping in and out
hides
of.
it. He hides it. He hides it very well. Marlon wants to step on him, but he doesn't do it. He does not gonna do it. He's just Marlon is there's some kind of breaking point eventually, right?
Yeah.
Thank you, LimeWire, for your hospitality and wisdom.
Oh, thank you so. And what was your name again?
I'm Jamie.
Jamie, I'll tell all of my demon friends about you and how nice you are. Like I said, demons and frogs, we get along very well.
Already
We're practically
establishing
the
a-
same.
Practically, imps,
wow.
what are we all not if frogs, is what I always say.
What are demons but magic frogs?
Magic frogs, yes.
I always knew frogs were magic because you're an indicator species.
I don't know what that means, but I like it.
Sounds good to me.
It means you guys let us know if environs are okay or not.
Great, I like that.
And we do that on purpose.
That sounds like a thing that I planned. Anyways, please go find this fucked up little guy so we might all bite him. Jamie, I want to taste his flesh, Jamie.
I think you do want to taste his flesh.
I bet it's fucked up tasting, but we did some frog research. We have a little frog library. Our books are smaller. They also can go underwater.
The frog microfilm and computers.
Yeah.
Tiny. It's got tadpoles on it.
Little frog headphones.
I ate
For their weird ears.
They're just flies that.
I ate some flesh and it wasn't good.
Well, did they bite you first?
No, they stabbed me.
Well, that's how humans eat things, right? They stab it first and then they put it in their mouth.
That's true, yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, I'm sure they deserved it. It's me, LimeWire.
As LimeWire's, as LimeWire and Jamie are talking, Quibi is just no idea of personal boundaries or space, right up on Marlon's hand, just what is happening here? She's like, what happened?
He takes it out. And I said a very evil man did blood magic on me, and now I can't use my hand anymore. Frogs have bones.
Do you want? I
Quick
can
check.
I can
Frogs
help with
do
that.
in fact have bones.
Oh, you can help?
Yeah, do you want help?
Yes, please.
All right, so you see her. You feel pain in it. You can feel your hand being fucked with.
What else is no for Marlon?
Yeah, she's sitting there hunched over. You can't see. She's messing with your hand. As she pulls away, proudly beaming at you, you look down to see you have just a live squirrel taped to you where your hand is.
I look at
That
Jamie.
should be able to grab things for you.
Is this, how's the squirrel
It's
acting?
just as good as your hand. It's a squirrel.
Is it
It's a squirrel taped to your
Is
hand.
it in distress? I mean.
It's in distress. It does not want to be there.
Oh, Marlon,
Thank
I
you.
That's what the tape
it-
does.
Yeah. But see, the tape will keep it there, and then it can grab things for you.
Quibi, thank you. I don't think the squirrel wants to be here. Marlon got excited because he thought you were going to fix his fucked up hand.
And I did.
Yeah, it doesn't want to be there. It's telling me.
Okay, I'm going to
Oh,
let...
hey, Marlon, let me help you with that. You got a squirrel taped to your hand. That
No,
seems-
I really appreciate. I don't want to offend the frogs. I really appreciate the help, Quibi, but I think the squirrel's really upset, so I'm gonna let it go, and then I can get Jamie to ask it to grab things for me. Maybe. I look at you like I don't really want that, but I'm trying to.
I'll talk to the
Okay, but I am
squirrel.
the
gonna.
local capo of the squirrel mafia, if I'm recalling the canon of this.
Me and Ron untape it, but I'm trying so hard to be polite about
The
it.
squirrel.
I say, hey, squirrel friend.
What are you talking about? I'm a frog.
What?
I'm a frog.
Okay.
I'm a frog. That's my family down there.
Oh. Well, they wanted to
My
help our
name's Kodak.
friend. Okay, Kodak.
That's a frog name. Have you ever heard of him? Am I right?
They wanted to help because our friend's hand is injured.
Did he get bit by a fucked up little guy?
No, it was a different bad
Oh.
person. But we don't want to impose, so you don't need to stay on his hand.
Oh,
We'll
I
let you
thought
go.
I thought they wanted me to freak out, though.
No.
That's what humans like.
No.
They like when they like when frogs go wild and we jump around.
Oh.
They're always talking about hip ribbits and hip hops.
So if you were a frog,
I am?
you're a little bit bigger than the other frogs.
No,
so,
I just
so
have
when you
a
jump
frog
around,
fur and a frog tail.
when you jump around, it's bigger, so
Okay.
it kind of scares humans.
Oh, so what does? Well, tell him I'll be his hand. Tell him I want it. I would like to.
Marlon.
But just tell him my name's Kodak.
Kodak it says thank you for being a friend, and that
Also a frog
he
saying.
wishes you
Sings
well.
it.
What'd he say?
That's what he says?
What'd he say?
I'm looking at Jamie. That's what he says?
Jamie tries to whisper
What'd
to
he say?
Marlon,
And then you
'cause
see
she can't
Kodak
lie.
like transform into a human. He's like, oh,
Whoa.
oh. Anyways, I'm Kodak. Nice to meet you. I guess I'm your hand now.
Did you just reach out to shake my hand, Joel, with your right hand?
Yeah. And so and goes, here he goes, and he just takes your hand and he duct tapes it around his now human body. He's like, anyways, yeah, no, anything you need, I'll grab it
These
for you.
animals have a lot of duct tape.
He wants to be your hand.
Okay,
I'm your
Kodak.
hand now.
Thank you. Kodak, the tape kind of gets in the way, though, because it would be really cool if I had a hand that could move around separately from me.
But that's not
Almost
how
like
hands
magic.
work.
It could be a
Frog
magic
and human
hand.
hands are pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
And I'm like a hand.
But you know how your like tongue can go out and get stuff. Isn't that cool?
Well,
if you see a fly?
I'm not that kind of frog. I can get up in a tree. Watch this. And he's like, and your hand's like taped to him. He's like, he's really nimble at climbing the tree, though, even in human form.
Marlon is trying so hard to keep it together. Marlon is trying so hard to keep it together. Can he undo the tape as he's being drug up?
Yeah.
This hurts, Kodak. You're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm
like
sorry.
bleeding again from my fucked up hand.
Oh, no. Okay, yeah. And he climbs back down and he goes, anyways, you know, sometimes I might be a human. Sorry, I got bit by this fucked up little guy. He loves biting frogs like me.
Yeah, Kodak. If you help me, that would be cool, though.
All right, great. Well, yeah, I'll be taped to you and anything you need.
You don't have to be taped to me, Kodak.
Let's go, Kodak.
Kodak, please. I don't like the tape.
It's gonna be a lot easier if you let him tape something to you. You can make a little leash, and you should like
Just take it.
have the vine and just like lets him tape that to his body.
Okay, yeah. I do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great. So you now have, at this point, a human-sized person.
I'm
It's
sorry.
like a toddler leash,
Little-
but for
like
a
a
full-grown.
So a full-grown man who actually is a squirrel who thinks he's a frog. I want to make sure I'm following this correctly.
Yeah.
He wants to be my hand by taping himself to me.
Allison, you're not writing this down.
We didn't put this in the minutes.
Yeah, I quit writing after LimeWire.
I do give him a snack.
His name's Kodak.
I give him like a treat. I have like sunflower seeds or some shit in my bag.
Oh, he's like, he's fucking wild for it.
I feel very like everyone hates me right now. And Marlon does, and he feels sad, so he wants to like make a friend who's someone who won't just like
can,
openly
kinda
hate
tell
him.
that, and he like scurries like kind of off a little
While
bit.
he's in human
Why is
form?
he human form? But he still scurries squirrel like, even though he is a frog, but it's just similar to a squirrel. He scurries around, and you see him like rummaging through, and like he comes out and he hands you 2 acorns,
Oh,
a
thank
paper
you.
clip, and a bottle cap.
It's awesome. Humans actually can't eat acorns. We just have to like boil them or something, so I can't eat. Thank you.
Same true with bottle caps.
Anyways, those are,
Just
I
gotta
can tell you're a
boil
little
them.
sad, so I want you to
Soften them up.
have some things
Thank
for
you,
me.
Kodak. I appreciate
me, Kodak, your hand.
What is Kodak's outfit?
He's just like full on naked right now.
Oh,
You don't transform
yeah.
into the clothes. You have to find the clothes.
I don't have any extra clothes though on me, right? They would be like in
He's like, well, frogs don't wear clothes.
the van.
There's tape.
I just let him be naked. I don't care. I say thank you, Kodak.
Is that doing anything for your fucked up dick?
Perfectly average.
I fucked up perfectly average now, healing, bandaged up, will be fine, question mark dick.
That's the real will they, won't they of the...
We go over to the doctor's office, and he says, he's like, no, seriously, his dick was just fine. Like, he just had a couple of scrapes. This man was so concerned about his dick, and he had a lot of other problems.
You got a lot of x-rays about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you kept insisting we do them.
Yeah. And I kept telling him that dicks don't
That's
show
not
up on
how-
x-rays. That's not...
And
this isn't-
Marlon has like this big weird like magic
Yeah,
curse
that's what they
scar
kept trying
across
to wanna
his chest.
talk
It's like
about,
purple.
is this
He's probably
thing.
got weird like fragments of things in
Yeah,
his
he's not
body.
doing great.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
His-
shit. And
yeah.
It's just like
It's
no.
a birthmark. It's oozing.
They tried to give him an MRI, and he was like, "No, I can't I can't.
Bad idea,
I've got
bad
metal
idea. No.
in my body.
Metal plate somewhere.
But yeah. So at this point, Kodak does transform back to a squirrel. For story's sake, he kind of like when he's in, frog mode, he just wraps up like the thing around him so he can still be bound. But you do have like a leash taped around your fucked up hand connected to a were-human squirrel frog.
At least he likes me and isn't going to be mean to me.
This is the saddest thing ever.
You did it!
I know, it's just so sad.
I'm like looking at him. My phone rings again and I block the number. Okay.
Yeah, great. So yeah, you have the key.
Got your new hand. We have the magic compass.
I think we'll be able to fix this problem through the power of friendship.
That's the wisest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah, all the frogs are singing you a traditional like frog journey song, you know.
Like the band Journey?
Yeah, that's what
I was thinking it like over the garden wall frogs on their little ship.
Yeah, I was just thinking
with
fairy.
when he sings and like has the full human voice.
Yeah, I was thinking like, but it's all in ribbit. Some of them, and also none of them are transformed. Or some of them do transform at the same time actually, but it seems like kind of random when everyone's transforming. But some of the frogs are singing you a little frog goodbye song.
This is the second time she's seen penises.
Yeah.
But it's like a magical woodland
That's actually
thing.
the first time you've seen penises because of the second one. So now it's two penises.
No, she saw. Well, actually, it does depend on what
How much gay sex.
How much gay sex Jamie saw, but she could have seen 2 dicks before.
I think
when
it
she
was
saw
one.
Marlon and.
I feel like she saw Marlon naked and turned away immediately, a normal person response when you accidentally see your friend naked. But also murder was happening. Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yeah. So the more penises.
Don't you hate it when you're having as much or as little gay sex as you want, and then your monster comes through and is killing the guy you're fucking, and your friends are watching through a spy cam? Has this been you before? What if so?
It's probably been Marlon.
Give me a call.
Probably been Marlon before, minus the friends part.
Has this ever happened to you? Call me now. You're on the case.
Yeah. Wow, we're really chewing through the time on this one, huh?
It's better than the dentist stuff, so I'm just
This is remarkable.
Step at a time.
Substantially less upsetting than our previous encounters with the
Why would you say
unexplainable.
that this early in the episode?
We're like an hour.
There's plenty of time for all sorts of fucked up stuff.
Oh, fucked up. Yeah, so
we
much
got an
fucked up
extra
time as
harm
you
box.
want.
That's not usually
I'm
a
sure
good
that's
thing.
not. There's nothing weird about it. There's no reason.
the keys like kind of pointing to a direction that you're one of the 4 ones that everyone's hot for.
North, east.
What?
Where did your brain
South.
How
did that,
how
like-
sexy
West.
do you think the cardinal directions are rated from like sexiest to least?
All right, fuck,
West
Mary,
is
kill,
least.
north, south, east, and west.
West is not W is not sexy.
I don't think West. I was about to say West doesn't sound sexy. I think East, North, South, West is my.
That's your ranking.
Kill
That's my
West. Fuck North, obviously.
And Mary South, yeah.
Yeah, y'all tweet at us with your
Which direction are you
Fuck,
gonna
Mary,
fuck?
kill the
Fuck,
cardinal
Mary, kill
directions.
The cardinal
Yeah.
directions, and then the one
North
that,
is unfortunately the only top in the whole group.
Ooh. Anyways, yeah. So it's pointing to whichever one. We all love the directions. We know where they are.
I think it's pointing east.
East, that's what it is then. The horniest, some would say.
The most fuckable direction.
I think you marry East. I mean, East is going to be up in the morning making coffee and breakfast.
You can be horny for healthy relationships. To the east it is. I don't know where this came from, I'm gonna be honest. This is a weird riff that I don't really know how to continue. And
Joel, why do you have all these maps up in here?
I've always wondered.
I've always loved maps. It's like, you don't know what geography is. It's not about that. It's not.
We have so many globes. It's kind of weird.
Now no, she doesn't like to be spun that way. Spin her the other way.
You've crossed
one's a
out the
bar.
W on this compass.
Okay, so we're horny for east?
No.
We're going east.
Yeah, y'all are going to the east. That's where the key has been pointing.
Are we coming or
east
going?
with varying levels of horniness.
Yeah. You just did that. Don't be mad at anyone but you.
I can't help it.
No one can.
But so
East
Why are
is
you
looking at
clearly
me?
the sexiest direction, and we're
Yeah.
going in it. We're looking for the van.
No, I'm trying
Ron's
to
looking for the van.
get back into the game, and I'm just like,
Stuck on the horny direction riff.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
We're all very excited to be walking east, but let's try and focus on looking for the van, y'all.
Let's work through it. Which one do you think the horniest direction is? Like, what it's like? It just.
Dirty South.
It's very curvy. I was thinking that.
I like that. That's what's because if we're throwing Dirty South on, that is. But yeah, so I mean, that's maybe this is just connecting with you on a level, that is just
Actually,
for
secret
Allison.
horniest direction is east northeast.
East,
it's like
northeast.
it's a 16th level. Like it's the sort of the set. It's that extra cut in between. Very niche.
Once again, tweet at us with your cardinal direction penthouse stories. We'll go ahead and.
Dear Cartographers Monthly, I never thought it would happen to me.
I looked east for once.
I was in a boat in one of those places where there's no land, and you think, no, there's nothing here, and it turns out a huge cross with cardinal directions on it. It was just right there.
Oh, yeah, we love
Nice.
it. Yeah, great. So y'all are going the sexiest direction ever of east, and once again, it's
And we're doing it in the sexiest way, walking.
walking. Yeah.
And Quibi's with us, right?
Quibi's Quibi and Kodak are kind of going back and forth between frog and human.
It's hard to stay clothed if you change that often.
Yeah, I only have to pick up one set of clothes, though, which is sort of convenient.
Yeah, Kodak's just happy to be helpful though. But yeah, so a different point, but still, I guess it is probably more awkward though if he scampers around like a squirrel while
I'm
in
trying
human
to teach him
form
how
and
to
naked.
walk.
Yeah. He's having a hard time.
Upright.
Have you ever seen The Birdcage with Robin Williams? There's a really good scene where Hank Azaria's character is like talking.
Agador Spartacus.
Yeah, he's being told he has to wear shoes for whenever these people come over, and he doesn't know how to walk in shoes. So it's just like him trying to like walk and like all this while. So it's very similar to that. One of you give me a read a bad situation check, a sharp check as you're trying to search around.
I don't think it would be me because I'm blast.
Yeah,
I
you
was
talking to your
thinking-
animal friends.
Quibi was up front, very eager.
A lot better prey response because prey. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She's used to the area. It's where she's from. 9 plus 2. So we got
Nice.
Ooh, yeah, you're like hot on the trail of this hot east direction.
hot on the trail of the sexiest direction.
That's where the phrase comes from, actually.
Good job, Quibi. You found those massive tire ruts heading east.
Yeah. But you do find like kind of on an off-road path from like the road, there are like tire marks that match like the van because we all know what our tire prints look like, I guess.
Everything else about this van's custom. It has a compass track in its tire. Like
Yeah, I feel like we would I don't know. Marlon would be like, that's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're able to see it, and then it kind of goes through this like thick brush of like woods, and then you kind of can't see past the woods themselves, but you do know the van is like kind of gone off road.
Quibi's following that path, very excited. She's been talking this whole time about how she's just excited to end this curse so she can finally see her boyfriend, Lady Hawk. They're never transformed at the same time. Keep going down the trail.
I mean, yeah, you keep going on that trail because of your expert frog cardinal direction stuff that all frogs have. We all know it about frogs. You do come find in the van, the front like bumper is a little dented, and it does look like the van could just hit a tree. All the doors and everything like are just like wide open on the van, and then you can even see from like far away there's a bunch of like beer cans all around and a bunch of other like trash like just and then the van was
Marlon,
stolen
your
like
pajamas are in the mud.
yeah, the van was
Those
stolen
are really
like
expensive.
maybe an hour or two ago, but it just there's so much like trash and everything like overflowing out of the van already.
Yeah, there's more trash that could fit in it, like exploding out of it.
There's not even a Jack-in-a-Box on this side of the country.
Do we see the fucked up little guy?
You don't see the fucked up little guy right now. You just found the van, and like I said, it's not like wrapped around the tree. You can see like a bunch of like you can see where the van like ran over a bunch of like smaller trees and like kind of went through the woods and eventually just hit like a big enough tree where it stopped the van. It didn't like wreck it, but the front bumper is a little dented.
Jamie's gonna put her hand like on the front hood of the van and say like, "Are you okay?"
Oh.
Can you talk to Vans?
I don't know.
Okay, whoa, look, I didn't know you could do the
Marlon
frog
remembers
thing.
when Jamie activated the runes and he took credit for it, so he's like looking.
Yeah, you're like rubbing the van. It's this like really tender moment. I think like Kodak is like
Don't you dare sexualize this.
no.
Don't you dare.
Kodak is just like kind of like helping, like just like watching intently. There's a bunch of like other like kind of woodland creatures coming out, like watching as we just get this like slow zoom in on like Jamie's hand on the van. And then like 3 minutes passes and nothing had happened.
Marlon was just sitting there, like, waiting to take credit for it.
But yeah.
Well, that was non-eventful. I guess we should look around for the
Yeah,
any
Ron,
tracks.
you want to look in the van because you're.
Yeah, all right.
And he just sort of flexes a little bit, as in like you can.
No, sure.
Big man.
It'd be easy for me to clear out all that weird garbage, and let's see if make sure there's all our stuff still
as
in
you're
here.
going through, give me an act under pressure roll, Ron.
Sure, it's hard to work through all of this. 8.
So you're like going through, and you just like narrowly avoid, since like you have an 8, you narrowly avoid it. There's just a bunch of like used needles all over the van, and like you almost like kind of poke yourself with one. But what happens?
Which would conflict with a lot of the things you said earlier about people being unable to draw my blood. But yeah, let's.
Yeah. But I'm saying, but you're still like you
I don't
avoid
wanna
it.
It'd still be alarming.
Yeah, no.
I'm saying
even if
you
get-
just find the needles, but the other thing is you are so distracted on the needles, you don't realize that from above the trees, this fucked up little man is just jumping on your back, trying to attack you right now.
Well, I do notice once he's on my back.
Yeah,
and
but I'm
attacking
saying,
me,
but like
right?
you're
it's-
more just like it's not that like, oh, I almost got stabbed by these needles. It's like, oh shit, someone's been doing a bunch of fucking intravenous drugs in my
Oh,
van.
and here they are now.
Yeah, and y'all see this like little fucked up man. This is the thing. He's not as small as the Honeycomb character. He's like 5'2". He's like got
as close
That's
as
really
like a
big.
human
Yeah.
could look to that
no,
honeycomb
it's
mask.
Be
but
like here.
No, I'm saying like he's not like, but still you
Listeners
look at his
own the
face.
Peterson's Field Guide to Cereal
You
Mascots.
do look at his face, and it's not that he is like an animal, but he has like kind of a weird long face, like outwardly long, and he's just got like little fucked up guy teeth. They're all like jagged, not like they've been filed down, just like he lived a hard life and ate rocks. But you do see him go.
What do you? No, never
What do
mind.
you want?
I don't want anything.
He's
I
a
want you-
fucked up little guy.
He's a fucked up little
eating
guy.
rocks.
He's eating rocks,
He's
and his
eating
teeth
rocks.
are getting jagged and fucked up from it, and then they got little sharp points on there. It's what fucked up little guys do, Paul. Anyways,
Yeah, I can see you.
so this fucked up little guy bites Ron in the shoulder
Ow!
for 2 harm, and it negates your armor.
Well, that's that. Well, why did I even fucking check the box? No.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like this one, like, and that's what you're really concerned about, because he's just this weird little weirdo on your bag, and the first thing he does is just starts biting your shoulder, and it does. You take 2 harm, and like it doesn't feel good.
No, it don't. No, it don't. I grab something from nearby, like grab the hardest object I can to bop it up, bash it in the head.
I give you
with.
my bat.
Oh yeah.
I can't
well,
really use it now.
Yeah.
well,
So
grab the bat.
there's
from it.
there's a bat in the car. Yeah. So roll to kick some ass.
Hey, that's pretty good. 11.
You hit him off of you since you got the full success. You won't take any more additional harm. You just get him like square in the face, and he immediately just like latches his jaws off and like falls to the ground. And he goes, man, that's fucking crazy. Why'd you do that to me?
Why'd you bite me? You stay. You stay.
You're trying to take my van.
Oh, no, this is all right. Well, first of all, this is my van.
No, it's my van. Finders keeper, buddy. Woo.
That's why I have
Shut
keys.
the fuck up! It's our van.
What are you
Thank you,
talking?
I get like
You
really
shut- you shut
aggro
up over there.
immediately.
Why you got that man tied to a little rope on your hand? That's crazy. Woo.
This is the frog, and he's gonna bite you.
He's not a frog, man. That's a.
I look at Kodak.
Let's look at that. Look at that beautiful man there. Woo! What's going on
Kodak
here?
wants to bite him,
Yeah,
right?
you like to party, man. You got good energy to you.
You know, I
You're
don't
talking
feel-
to Marlon or
Yeah, you got
Kodak?
good energy.
Okay, why are you biting all these frogs?
Look, well, he's trying
stealing
to,
our
I'm not
van.
biting no frog. Well, I mean, I looked a couple of frog men. You know, trying,
Well,
just
we
trying to
talked
live my
about
life.
Quibi. We met Quibi. We met LimeWires. You ain't been biting frogs, or have you?
When you say Quibi's already like trying to jump on and attack. Like he's on your back, Quibi's getting on his back.
Yeah. And then like Quibi's like trying to jump after this fucked up little guy, and it is remarkable how quick and sharp he is. Because as soon as Quibi jumps for him, like she jumps, and then like this fucked up little guy just does like a fucking front somersault and lands on the top of the van and goes, woo, all right, this is fun here. Anyways, you like the party, man? You got that vibe on you. I got some Quaaludes down the van.
Yeah, I love partying. But first, let's talk about the frogs.
What about them frogs?
You bit them?
They
Think if they bite you, they'll stop turning into people. They're turning into people.
They don't care for it.
Are you cursing the frogs?
Whoa, y'all asking a bunch of college questions here, man. I'm just trying to get fucked up and live my life here, right? You don't tell me how to live my life.
What's your name, man? You're
I
starting to
don't
go in the
got no
Hoyt
name. I'm
voice.
eternal. I'm forever. There's nothing you can tell me that I haven't heard before.
Can I ask you questions then? Can I learn from you?
I'm not some kind of sphinx here. Whoa! What are you doing?
All right, I don't.
Quibi goes to attack again. Like
Not what sphinxes are, says Paul Byron from somewhere else.
That's what a sphinx is in the mind of a fucked up little guy.
Yeah, roll to kick some ass, and you're in human mode right now.
Ooh, all right, 10 on the die. That's +3.
Yeah.
Kick some ass.
What are you doing? So yeah,
I just jumped at him with a stick. I just have whatever I picked up off the ground, just wildly flailing at him.
Yeah, you're just sitting there hitting him, and and like at first he tries to like fight it off a little bit, and then he kind of just like rolls up into a ball, and he's just sitting there taking. He's not fighting back.
Quick, Kodak, bite him! Now's our chance.
Kodak goes in to like bite him, and then like you see this fucked up little guy this whole time. He's just been like waiting, and he kind of just like jumps off into like kind of like a bolt, and then once again like flips around, and Kodak is like running towards the van, so it's pulling Marlon, and then the fucked up little guy lands behind Marlon. He goes, "Hey man, you want some of those Quaaludes I got? I got a couple here right now."
I will take Quaaludes with you if we settle this other thing first.
He throws it up like a piece of popcorn, like he's trying to get you to catch it in your mouth.
I try to catch it with my left hand, but I'm right-handed, and I can't. I missed one of them.
He jumps in front of it and catches it in his own mouth.
As soon as like he can tell you're not about to do it, and this doesn't make sense because the camera's on him. He throws it. You go to catch it with your left hand, can't, and then before it hits the ground, he's just there. Woo! Eats it, and then he's back on the other side. He goes, "Anyways, I thought you liked to party, man. You lied to me."
I do like to party.
No, you lied to me. You gotta catch it. That's a party trick. Here, let me do it again. And he throws another Quaalude up. But this time before,
I was gonna say he catches it, he takes it.
Yeah, so
Marlon's never had a Quaalude before.
Yeah, Marlon gets a Quaalude popped in his mouth. It's a Quaalude.
He takes it. He's like,
listeners,
we all know.
With them.
Yeah, we all know.
This is part Marlon wanting for his own like edification or whatever, and also to distract this guy so y'all can bite him. But I take my hand out. I'm like, hey, do you know how to fix this?
Oh man, that's
it's a real bomber.
I can bite it.
Would that fix it?
I don't know. Let me see. And he like grabs it, and he goes
Marlon,
to bite it.
Oh no! I let him do it.
Don't let the fold bite you.
I let him do it.
He bites your hand, and you do like it feels like something is kind of like pulsing through your hand, and you start to see like your fingers like twitch a little bit.
Doctors would call that an infection, but
yeah,
they weren't able to move before.
Yeah, like there is some movement. He goes, man, ain't that tight, man? Miracles of science. That shit's crazy. Anyways, and like he reaches into the van and just pulls out a needle and just like stabs himself in the arm. He's like, I
don't like to party that hard.
That's the spot right there. Oh.
What was that?
I don't know. Hey, this is the thing. What's your name there?
I'm Jamie.
Well, I don't got a name right now. This what you can call me is you can call me goodbye. And he just starts running.
Stop that man!
And he's like running and like bounding off a tree. Woo!
Is the van running or is it?
The van's still like, because you can tell like he hotwired it, the van, but he doesn't steal the van. He's just running away.
Quibi gets in the van and tries to chase after. I mean, she's never driven anything before, so I assume there's some kind of check.
You hop in there. Give me act under pressure.
All right, 10.
I think that frog's stealing our van.
Marlon lays down on his back on the ground.
You do a good job. You're like driving after him and you're doing that. And then you kind of just eventually you do see the van. It's like on its tail. And then you kind of just see it like slowly come to a stop. And then a frog just kind of like hops up on the window. And Jamie just hears like a ribbit, ribbit.
Oh no, Quibi! And Jamie's trying to run after the man too, but he's so much faster.
Jamie hears loud screaming.
Here's the thing. So Jamie, you give me an act under pressure check to try to catch the man, but you actually get a +1 anytime you're trying to move quickly due to your monstrous thing. Cool plus an additional 1.
9.
Here's the thing. You are on the tail of the fucked up little guy, and this is between you. You can make it up to him, like you can like catch up to him, or you can try to help Quibi because you just saw that she turned back into a frog. So do you see the van stop, and so do you keep after the fucked up little guy, or do you go back and help Quibi?
Jamie is gonna help Quibi.
All right. Throw me at him.
Oh, okay. How? Like where? Just in that direction?
Yeah, the sexiest direction. East.
Okay, Jamie's gonna throw Quibi as hard as she can.
And you throw Quibi with to the east, and so the wind makes the ooh noise as that's what happens because it's so sexy. And Quibi does lands on the fucked up little guy.
Fog, please.
And then you're able to bite him.
All right, yeah, bite him. Do I have to roll for it, or do I get to just bite him?
You're biting them. Nothing's really happening, though.
Oh, I don't have teeth.
That's,
Yeah,
how,
you don't have
that's,
teeth.
that's how it works at Joel's games. If he doesn't make you roll, it doesn't do shit.
Yeah, you don't have teeth. And he's like, oh, what's going on there? That's crazy. Whoa, hey, you're trying to bite me. I'll bite you back. And he's just like, he's still running, but he's like trying to bite at his shoulder, but like he can't get it because you're just still stuck on there. And then Kodak's like, we gotta go help. We gotta go help her. Come on. I'm here. Come on.
Kodak, do you know what Quaaludes are?
No, what is a Quaalude? Should I have one?
No, he
Should
just
I
gave
have
me
one?
a very strong.
Okay, here.
And then he just does this.
Hold on, Ron picks up both of you, puts you on his shoulders, and just starts running.
You're holding Kodak and Marlon over your shoulders as you're running. You're making good time. So yeah,
Kodak, if you could turn back into a squirrel, that'd probably make this easier. But
I'm a frog, first of all, but I don't really got time. I don't know how. And then he does turn back to a squirrel.
Marlon, all this shit is going on, and Marlon looks at Ron, and he's like, Ron, we're friends, right?
Of course we are. Why would I be carrying you through the woods if we weren't friends?
Okay, I'm glad.
You gotta.
Are you mad at me?
You seem sleepy,
Yeah.
Marlon.
I just took a Quaalude run.
All right. Well, sure.
So at this point, Quibi.
Heard about that in the Don't Do Drugs program at the dorms from freshman year.
At this point, Quibi, you're still on top of the fucked up little guy. He's like running into the street. He's like trying to bite at you. Are you staying on him, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I want to stay on. I want to just try and get to a non-biteable spot. I'm gonna keep trying to bite until I turn back into a human and can bite him with teeth.
Now you give me an act under pressure. You're in frog form now, because something's about to happen.
It doesn't matter. Same cool.
Because frogs
Oh
are
my
fucking
god,
cool.
11. All right.
So you are trying to bite on him, and you do notice you're now in the middle of the road. You notice a pickup truck is driving down the road towards this fucked up little guy. He's just like trying to as like a dog chasing his tail kind of thing. He's just spinning around in circles trying to like bite at you and you're on his body.
And he's trying to bite me though.
He's trying to bite you, but what happens
jump
is
down on the road, between the tires.
Yeah, you are able to like jump off. You don't get hit at all, but you all do see this fucked up little guy just like get hit and like just fly up in the air, then just like land on the ground. And then the truck comes to like a halting screech. This bigger guy gets out, and he's got like a name tag that says Kirk Tolman on it. And he's like, oh my god, I just hit that guy come out of nowhere. I'm so sorry, I didn't see him. What is going? Oh, are you three okay? Is your friend okay? He seems like, did you take Quaaludes?
The little guy made me eat a Quaalude. He didn't make me eat a Quaalude. He gave me a Quaalude.
Okay.
He says it that quiet.
And I see you got your little boyfriend there tapped up. I guess you're all three dating because
Look, we're just friends.
They're making a lot of assumptions.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I just normally in this area when we do see the tape specials, we call it. It's usually kind of but anyways, we gotta help. We gotta get this little guy. And he's just like immediately you see the fucked up little guy is now on top of this dude, just biting his neck, and there's just like blood squirting out of this man's neck. And this fucked up like, whoa man, that's crazy. That made me feel good. Anyways,
get him, Kodak. Ron throws Kodak at the fucked up little guy.
Because squirrels do have teeth.
But Marlon is still like attached too, so he's just throwing Marlon.
Oh no!
Kodak is in squirrel form right now, and so it does. Kodak lands on the fucked up little guy, and then Marlon just comes right behind as he's just like fucked up out of his fucking gore finally.
Just ragdoll falling.
Yeah, just ragdoll. And so like you fall on top of Kodak and the fucked up little guy, and then Kirk is just on the road like grabbing at his throat as he's bleeding out.
Ron, can you help?
Ron attempts to
you
first
have
aid and trowel him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one. Nice Quaaludes acting, Shannon.
Yeah, so you give me a use magic check for plus weird for your trowel.
That's a 7.
What's gonna happen is you can heal him, but you're gonna take the damage you're healing.
I don't realize that's what's gonna happen, so it just happens.
Great. So you and this also, since it's like a magic, it goes through your armor. You take, because you already took 2 harm from the bite, and you're now taking a 3 harm because this was a fatal wound. And you do see, and it's similar to, you turn it into like the rake thing, and you like plug the holes of where the wound was and then pull it back out.
Wow, it's a very odd shape all of a sudden. I suppose I'll just do that.
Yeah, and then like it does heal him, and he's like breathing like very hard, but he is alive now. And then Ron, you just like feel in your neck like it doesn't open up that, but you just feel like this pain, like right where
Big
that
bruise.
Yeah, like there's like
forms,
like
right?
bruise formed around
Ron,
your neck.
Ugh,
Ron
like that.
coughs up a little blood and then wipes his mouth. And like,
Oh,
well,
damn.
And you're feeling a strange urge to take some Quaaludes.
Yeah, and then the fucked up little guy, man, how'd you do that? That's crazy. Hey, do that to me. Watch this. And he like snaps his own arm. He goes, fix it.
no,
Fix it.
No, I'm not doing that. To
Fix
him.
it. Look at it.
No, you
and he's
stop
just like,
biting folks.
he's just like wiggling his fucking arm. That's just like squid. That's like a squid
Hey,
tentacle right
hey,
now.
what is your deal, little
I'm
man?
just, man, you know, I'm just I'm getting fucked up. That's my thing.
No, I know, but it's a lot of biting.
Can Kodak bite him yet?
Yeah, Kodak's just chowing down on him.
Oh.
And he's just like, get off of there. That's crazy. Stop
That's
it.
not- doing
See how it
anything?
feels? You don't like that either.
What do you mean I don't like that?
You don't like it. He's biting
I
you.
kind of
you
did.
don't-
Having a great
I'm
time.
having a good old time here.
All right. Well, the
You want to buy me?
No,
I bet your friend.
I know.
I'll bite you. You can buy
please
me.
Please don't do that. Please stop biting people.
You ever try black tar heroin?
I have not.
I just did.
So,
And I did it again the
yeah,
other day.
No, there was a lot.
They call
of,
me a repeat customer.
a lot of needles in there.
That's because I buy a lot of heroin.
Sure.
You ever eaten honeycombs?
Cereal?
Yeah, they stole that from me. That's my picture.
Oh wow, you do look a lot like. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's
They didn't give me no royalties because they were like, "What's your name?" I was like, "I ain't got no name. I'm a turtle." Woo!
okay. Well, did you hang around and like wait for them to pay you?
No, I ain't got time for that. I got stuff to do.
It sounds like they wanted to. I mean, like
Look at my date book, and he just holds up nothing.
Here I am. I'm not trying to like speak a
Look,
huge
I got all these
amount on
schedules.
behalf
It's
of
just a hole.
the
through
major
the entire-
cereal company, but like I feel like they might have tried. They did like sound like they tried.
I mean, they probably did, but you know, I got stuff to do. I'm a little fucked up guy.
What is it you do?
Well, you know, I just get around,
Drugs.
doing drugs, partying, biting things, getting bit by things, sucking things,
You know
fucking
why?
things,
You know why the things
sleeping.
you bite turn into people?
Wait, they turn to people?
Quibi.
And he like bites his own arm. He goes, "My person now?"
No, sort of. I don't know. Is it? It's not real. I don't know. It's not really for me to judge what we're here to talk about.
While
They don't like it. That's the key.
While Ron was talking to him, I want to use Friend of Nature to read a bad situation with Weird
Okay.
to see how I can
Yeah, it's pretty
call in
fucking
my
weird.
fellow woodland creatures on them. I assume they could have caught up with us by now.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were-
yeah, yeah.
Oh, let me get up my
God.
grid
Hot
now.
All right.
dice.
Wow.
Yeah, 11 on the die, so.
Yeah, so you like you go like you convert like back to you're in like frog form now where you were anyways, and so you let out like a ribbit, and then you hear ribbit's back, and there's all these other were-human creatures have showed up because, and then
Some of them got text messages that say ribbit.
yeah,
and
one
there's-
of them. Let's see. Yeah. Your old friend American Online hops up to you. And he's like, "Good day, Quibi. It's me, American Online.
Did you bring Kazaa?
I did bring Kazaa, Zune here, though his Blockbuster Video, Drugstore.com, Demon Orb, we're all here. We heard the woo of the fucked up little guy. And that's how we tracked him here.
Now's our chance. He's being tangled up with all these people.
Here's the thing. We found out we have to kill him first and then eat him. It's not gonna work if he's still alive. That's just we don't. That's what we did. Remember in the frog library, we all know.
So the biting does nothing. It's
The bite, it's afterwards.
we have to eat his corpse.
We have to eat his corpse afterwards. That's the frog. There was a page stuck together.
Jamie
because
hears all this.
There was some some of the pages weren't laminated to go into water like the other frog books are. So they got stuck together, not in like a gross thing. Just it happens with paper.
It's too horny already. It can't be stuck together for
it's
gross
just
reasons.
normal water
Yeah.
sticking.
This is a West book, so it wasn't horny.
Yeah. It was the least horny book could be.
Jamie, what are they talking about?
You ever know?
Also, it's confusing for Jamie because you're now just hearing a bunch of different frogs talk throughout, and all the frogs are like doing like this weird like reporting in. They're like, Napster's here, so is GeoCities, Polaroid reporting for duty.
It's me, the Encyclopedia Britannica.
But you can kind of hear a little bit of Quibi and American Online's conversation.
Marlon,
He's like face down.
they're saying they want to kill and eat the fucked up little guy to break the curse.
Yeah. And at this point, when the fucked up little guy, he's just doing black flips in place.
Well, I mean, I'd stop him, but this kind of is the most stable he's been the whole time.
I don't want that to happen, but I don't know how to break the curse.
You gotta have them help us. Listen, I gave him a new hand. Like, this is I'm calling in that favor. Kill this fucked up little guy.
I know Quibi, we haven't been friends that long, but I killed and ate some people, and it didn't make me feel better.
And American Online turns into like a full person, and they have like a very, I don't know if sunflowers are here, but remember how big the sunflowers were from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, like those just giant ones? It's like that. It's blocking his dick, so you don't see a third dick, or a fourth. I don't remember how many dicks you've seen. It's 3 or 4 though.
Or how many dicks this person has.
And he goes, hello, let me introduce myself. I'm America Online. I'm friend to Quibi. I'm friend to a lots here. I understand what you're saying, but we read it in a frog book, and here's the thing about frogs. Just like how elephants don't forget, frogs cannot lie.
Frogs are never wrong.
They're never wrong either. And it's, it's kind of hard to have a debate with another frog. A lot of frogs don't enjoy being around frogs, but we still, anyways, that's
but
for
Quibi was just wrong about the, you know what? I'm gonna watch the jump flips. It's backflip.
You can trust me, America Online. I'm a household name.
Whatever we need to do, please help us kill this guy.
Look at that fucked up little guy over there. He bit me. He bit my friends. He bit everybody.
I know he bit a lot. We killed a lot of people.
You see Sega.
So you're good at it.
You see Sega Dreamcast out there? He bit him too.
Hang on. And Jamie literally just turns like a quarter away and goes like, Dodo, do you know what to do? Should I kill and eat this guy?
Yeah, sure, do whatever you want.
What?
Yeah, just go kill him. Probably take the heroin too.
What?
Yeah, go do some heroin. Sounds good.
That's not good advice.
No. Dodo's done heroin before.
You usually get excited about this kind of thing.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard ever since the, I don't want to talk, but the dentist, it's just really. I mean, you're probably gonna die soon anyways, and I'm gonna have to.
What?
I mean, the dentist is gonna find us. He's gonna. So. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I mean, I guess probably kill him and do some heroin. That's probably my advice.
I will.
Do you know what tying off is, Jamie?
No.
All right, you got a belt
unless it's
on,
a
right?
horse.
You got a belt
you tie
on, right?
it off at the post.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of similar property. Which you got? Where are your good veins at, Jamie?
I mean, all my veins are good. When
That's good. That's good. Hey, yeah, let's just go ahead. Let's kill this fucked up little guy, and let's
Marlon.
let's do some heroin. Tell Marlon you can do some heroin with us too.
Jamie is sort of telling you to do heroin.
Yeah.
Tell
I
him,
don't want to.
Tell him we can all do some heroin.
It's a bad idea.
Ask
I don't
Marlon if he
wanna
wants to
do
chase the
heroin.
dragon with old Dodo, and we can bury the hatchet.
He said that if you chase the dragon with him, you can bury the hatchet. What is that? It sounds fun.
He wants us to both do heroin.
No, I don't want to do heroin.
Well, Jamie, you're probably gonna die soon, so you should probably try to do some heroin now before.
I don't know why you think that's a good reason for me.
He
to
found
do
us,
heroin.
Jamie. He knows who I am.
Hey, Jamie, I see you staring off into space again.
Well,
like
also,
you do.
Jamie, whenever Jamie talks to Dodo, Jamie does speak out loud.
Yeah. Thanks for your help, Dodo.
Tell Dodo I'll do more Quaaludes, but I won't do heroin.
Yeah, and then y'all are talking. The fucked up little guy pops up and he goes, "Man, y'all talking about doing some fucking H? Woo. Y'all ever speedball? Here's the thing. We're gonna go fucking get some meth from my pocket right now. That's where it is, and we're gonna get some heroin also from my pocket. Sometimes I like to mix them all together.
Clothes on, or he just have skin pockets?
No, he's got pockets. He's been like
pants on?
He's like
He's a marsupial.
He's like shirtless, but he has like cargo pants with lots of pockets.
Okay, my
on
bad.
them.
I was just like, I wanted the definition of pocket.
I imagine like a bandolier of drugs also.
Yeah. And he's got like a really confusing flag tattoo because it's not of any flag you've seen else. It's an octagon. But he's like, that's a flag right there. He loves it though. It's for his country.
I asked Dodo for help, and he was not very helpful. What should we do?
Can you ask Ron?
Ron, do you know what we should do?
Unfortunately, I have zero experience.
I'll fight this man. I'll fight this man right now. If you're trying to take me down, give me the big one. I'm gonna fight him. I tasted his blood. It's good. I'll taste some more of it. How about this? We fight. The winner, I don't know, wins. How about that?
That's what winning is. What? Why are you cursing these folks?
I'm not cursing anybody. I'm just having a good time, man. I'm
where
eternal.
do you fucking come?
And I've never existed at the same time. I'm a paradox.
Where do you come from? Where you been?
Where do you go, Continental Joe? That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo, that's a hot jam.
All right, I suppose
You know, it's about chlamydia. That's what that song's about. Everyone loves it, but it's about chlamydia. Woo.
Fantastic.
I got a bout of it, honestly.
Look, I'm about to let these frogs.
I got a couple of the hepatitis too.
These frogs may want to kill you.
Whoa! Why do they want to kill me?
The whole, as you're saying that, frogs are just bouncing off of him, like trying to jump in.
Oh, that's crazy.
I'm not an expert in this, but I feel like the frogs are
Why
not
they want to
happy.
kill me? That's crazy. I must have fucked up little guy
Well,
trying to party.
We've talked about this because you bit them and turns them into people.
I bit all these frogs?
Remember why they keep turning into
Is
people?
that why I have a bunch of members of biting frogs? Woo.
Yeah, that'll
Man,
be...
that's fucking crazy, man. That's crazy. Man, you ever forget what happened? Wait a minute. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Ron.
I've never existed.
No, you exist now.
I don't have my planner.
All right.
Look at this. This is my palm of my hand. That's where I keep all my dates. You thought it was a book there, wasn't it? That's crazy.
Ron tries to grab him by his little scruff of his little neck.
And he's just like already on your shoulders. He's so quick. Whew, that's crazy. We wrestling, and then like he like grabs you because he's like back on your shoulders. He grabs you by the chest and just flings himself back, and then just like flips Ron over.
Oh, jeez.
Like, whoa, that's fun, man. That's good. Okay, you do the next one.
Wow, he's using this is like he's using my own strength against me. That's not fair. Ron thinks to himself.
Ron, are you okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of fine. It was a little shocking and all.
Yeah, he said you all want. This is the thing. I'm endless. No one can take me down, but I'll wrestle you.
Well, I mean, if no one can take you down, why bother wrestling? Why is that? That seems like a foregone conclusion.
Because it gets my blood going. Here's the thing, man. No one can kill me but me. Here, watch. And then he snaps his own neck.
Oh, well, that problem pretty much solved
and just
itself.
falls down on the ground.
So that's a way to solve a Joel
I feel
plot.
like he fought. Marlon is
laying.
laying on the ground, just fucked up, and the guy lands like where he's looking with his dead eyes at Marlon. And I can't move. I'm too quaalude to move, so I'm just looking at him.
Head facing like his back. It's just like totally
cracked around, and I don't like it. But I'm just laying there.
What the?
You look around at all the animals that were around in human form. You see them slowly start to transform back.
Some people are chewing on them as they're in human form, but once they do, they start to kind of do that. I will say, Marlon,
What's up with my hand?
you get like your hand is like kind of like gravitate. You kind of want to bite this fucked up little guy.
I'm gonna try to army crawl, like in Wolf of Wall Street. Like the limbs are going to the right place.
Quaalude crawl.
Yeah. We all know the Quaalude crawl from Wolf of Wall Street.
All these. Everyone's like been chewing on him. He's like, there's so little left of him by the time Marlon gets up.
It's just pockets now.
You are there. Also, I feel like Jamie and Ron are just kind of frozen in fucking place as this is happening. Marlon, do you take a bite of him?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's frogs around cheering for it. Like we were all like just devouring, and
you take a bite of him.
Jamie
Marlon,
can hear
no,
a frog say, "It's the only way." Like
you take a bite of him, and you start to see like his right hand was already like chewed and gnawed on, and you start to see like the bones in itself like just start to like wither and disintegrate as you're like chewing and devouring this man, and like you start to get like movement back in your hand, and for like I said, so the bone spurs happen like around like a little under the wrist, and he has like very dark tan sunburnt like crispy skin. This man's never seen SPF a day in his life, and he's never not been in direct sunlight. And so Marlon, you start to see
Sure, he's a real East fiend.
He's a real East. He's so horny for it. You start to see like the skin on your hand starts to transform, and even the size of your hand, where you now have.
Did he have little hands?
Yeah, so you have like a working hand, but like your right hand's a little smaller than your left, and the skin like it is just like permanently sunburnt and very cracked, but you do have a full working right hand.
Marlon smiles for like the first time all day.
Hey, high five.
I can't.
Oh, that's
I
right.
physically can't.
That's all right. I'll get him. We'll catch him next time. All right. So, Jamie, what are the frogs? I hear a lot of rivet, and anybody saying, is anything, good happen? Are they mad? They're going to turn back into people?
I think the curse is broken. Right, Quibi?
I certainly hope so. I mean, I just ate this dude. That is not what frogs eat.
Yeah, me, American Online, I did not like that so much, but I do feel a greater connection to the frog that is inside me. And we all know, as
our
I said,
inner frog, yes.
Yeah, they cannot lie. And then Kodak, though, is like looking real like shy and timid as he's like looking over at like Marlon's hand. Because like Marlon is like just passed out. Weirdly enough, like Marlon just passed out on top of the fucked up little guy's dead body after he ate him. And you're still, also, you're even more fucked up from eating this little fucked up little guy. Because god damn.
It wasn't just Quaaludes in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, also,
I will say Marlon has not done heroin.
Yeah, they are. I mean, hey, welcome.
You
do
used to
draw
be
the
able
line.
to say that.
Yeah, you used to be able to say that. Well, yeah, I hadn't done heroin, then I ate this fucked up little guy. But yeah. So that. But yeah, so Kodak is looking real sad towards Marlon, and then Kodak looks up at Jamie and goes,
Was I not good enough as a hand?
You did a great job, but
Does he still want me as a hand?
I think he would rather you just be a friend.
Well, a frog is nothing if not a good friend, as we always say.
Marlon
And you
would
know that's true because frogs never lie.
And they're always right.
If Marlon was awake, he would totally take Kodak as a little squirrel friend with him. But he's not awake to
Do
say
you
that.
want to be his friend, Kodak?
I think there is a bond there that will never be broken. And just here.
No, duct tape. It's fine. You just unstrip it.
Here, give him this.
and then Kodak like scurries over, rips off one of the fingernails off of the fucked up little guy.
Wow.
And then just hands it to Jamie and goes,
Make sure he gets it. Knows it's from his old hand. Kodak.
and then he just like runs off into the brush crying.
That squirrel just give you a fingernail?
Yeah, but Marlon collects stuff, so
Oh yeah, no. If I know anything about Marlon, it's his status as a collector of things.
well, he tried to take that worm.
No, he's gonna love that. I think it's gonna.
But I'm gonna wait until he feels better to give it to him.
Yeah, I don't think Marlon really is gonna be able to appreciate the full beauty of that.
Where should I keep it until then?
Maybe Marlon's got the pocket in the
I got my satchel.
there. Yeah, let's just tuck it in there.
You gonna open up the satchel?
You can tape it onto his hand.
It'll match the other fingernails.
Oh,
and
here's
the new one.
another roll of duct tape hanging
Yeah.
in the forest. This just happened.
I don't need it anymore. I'm a
To add a
frog.
weird, different vibe to this, while you're holding this,
Oh, good.
this bloody fingernail, there's a frog hopping on the road, and you hear the voice go, Quibi, it's me, Lady Hawk, Quibi.
See, I did not think Lady Hawk was going to be a frog.
It's a traditional frog name. I mean, it's from a different frog tribe.
And
so-
I can only hear riveting, so that's just technically was
But you
not
do
supposed to be
see
in the
like
Ron
there's
voice.
like a frog hopping
Yeah,
towards.
I'm trying to picture how frogs can run at each other and embrace,
That's
but
like-
Hopping fast.
yeah, but yeah, there's. It's oh my God, Quibi, did it finally work?
yeah, and we can all clearly picture how these two frogs embrace each other, and
Yeah.
it's worked.
This
The
heartfelt
curse is gone.
conversation.
Okay, well, I didn't like eating that fucked up little guy, but if it got me back to you, we can finally start the frog family we're meeting to.
Yes, we have big plans for our next of kin. We're thinking of naming our first one Twitter.
Anyways,
Well, you only need several hundred more names before you can have a clutch of eggs.
Oh, we just named the first one, and then
yeah, Lady
whatever
Hawk,
one survives gets
Lady
Red
Hawk
does
named.
the
hops
rest.
up to you,
Yeah.
Jamie, and goes, "You're forever a friend of the frogs. Have you helped us?" And Quibi, in our own frog way, has already told me everything you've done for her and the rest of the frogs. So if you ever need me, just give out a call, Lady Hawk, and I probably won't hear it because I'm gonna go start a family. I'm busy. It's a sentimental thing.
Okay.
Frogs are really into sentiment. Did you know that about us? We don't lie. We're always right. We're good friends, and we're sentimental. That's kind of what makes us good friends.
Oh, that's so nice.
We will tell white lies if it helps friendship, though. Other things can override. Frogs are complicated creatures.
Wow, it's starting to
Clearly.
sound like the frog morality's got a lot more relativism than it first seemed.
I appreciate it, and I'm glad you guys get to start your family now.
Thank you. We're going to head to the east because, as we all know, well, that's where you make babies.
Yeah,
Bye.
always remember us. And
Watching them hop off into the sunrise, I suppose. Yes.
well, yeah, they're gonna go have sex, so it's not that
They can't go west. Duh.
I think we
the abstinent West.
I'm sorry, Allison, you were going to say something. Maybe it was going to be about the show, not which of the directions you want to fuck the most.
How did this become the? Why
What
is
is
this
it,
the
Allison?
thing?
My character is passed out. I can't do anything.
I was gonna say to Ron that I think we should go check on the van.
What a good idea. And let's go. Yeah.
And can you carry Marlon?
Oh, of course. And Ron scoops up Marlon.
like a baby.
Yeah.
Baby carry.
is the van just still in a state of disrepair?
Yeah, it's like he didn't like. I mean, like he hotwired it. That's not great, but you know, it's trash, but nothing that like you can't clean up and fix. There's like
beer cans, syringes, or whatever.
There's a bunch of meth. There's a bunch of stuff that like if you took it to a lab to analyze it, that's not all drugs. Like some of it's just like crushed up actual just crystals. Some of it's crushed up concrete. One of them's crushed up light bulbs. A lot of different just baggies of stuff. A lot of needles. There is a journal of his in there. It just goes woo all over and over again. But yeah.
Can Marlon
the audio
wake
journal
up a little bit? Is it cool if Marlon wakes up?
Yeah. You're starting to come to.
Oh, careful, Marlon. There's a big fishing net full of needles for some reason right
Run.
here.
Yeah, we're trying to clean up.
Put it all in a box. Put it all in a box. I'm gonna mail it to Cobb.
Oh, all right. Yeah. Oh, wow. There is a huge folded up box here on the floor. I guess I'll just pop this open. Oh, and duct tape off the trees.
You do open up the box, and it looks like there's like blankets and a pillow in there, and there's a picture of the fucked up little guy with his fucked up older mom in there from when he was a fucked up little kid.
So don't throw it away.
All right, now.
Give me the Quaaludes too.
Yeah. Also, his dead body's still just in the street too.
What?
I mean, the flesh is gone, but it's like a fucked up little skeleton.
Well, we also left the truck driver.
Oh, is he all right?
The truck driver's fine.
He got like healed up and was like, I'm gonna go, because he asked, was like, should I do something? And you're just like, nah, man, you're good.
Wow, that lady's talking to the frogs.
Yeah.
And frog, I should leave.
I just hit this guy, then he bit me, and then this guy stabbed me, but it healed me. You know what?
This woman's talking to a bunch of frogs while another guy does backflips.
Yeah. This is not
the
my
guy who
scene.
bit me.
I like how after being healed, he stopped being Southern.
Well, this is.
We all know being from the South is a curse. I'm from Tennessee. I know this.
If only someone could cure this horrible curse caught in my throat. It's some kind of a furrow, I gotta say.
I found myself with the gift of diction now. Anyways, yeah. So he leaves. The fucked up little guy still out there. But yeah, you're able to get most all the drugs. You pile them up, put them in a box, and
so that's right. Cobb on the side, or
No, I'll handle later.
Okay.
Marlon, Kodak gave me this to give to you as a token of your friendship.
Jamie, I'm still really fucked up on Quaaludes. What is that?
It is.
It's from your old hand.
Well,
what?
It's from the fucked up little guy's hand.
Right, but your hand gave it to you.
Oh, yeah. Remember your hand that was
Squirrel
a
fella?
squirrel that was a frog?
Yeah, it was my friend.
Yeah, Kodak. He wanted you to have this.
Oh, can't put it in my pocket.
Okay.
Dang.
you put your
Finally, a use for that little pocket in your
you put
jeans.
the
Tiny pocket.
Fingernail
and
pocket.
You can feel that Marlon. You thought he was passed out. Marlon has pocketed some of the drugs that were in the van. You do feel that in his pocket.
The Quaaludes specifically.
Yeah, there's some Quaaludes in there.
Jamie is thinking about that episode of Saved by the Bell where What's-Her-Face gets into the diet pills and is just like worried.
This is
about
exactly where I got
Marlon.
the plot from of this episode. That's so weird. It's the subtext that I read into.
He looks at Jamie. This is Jamie.
Marlon?
Don't do heroin.
Yeah, I don't want to, so that's good.
He passes back out.
Okay, Ron, should we see if the van starts?
I suppose. I mean, sure. I probably.
Yeah, you crank up the van. It starts just fine. You're able to back out. You're able to get it, and y'all drive back to Pop and Mom's to load up because like I said, you were getting ready to head back on the trail, and the camera kind of zooms out as we see a wood line, and it zooms in, and we see Kodak just sitting up in the tree, just looking at this little squirrel picture that he drew of. It's just a picture drawn by a squirrel. He was a frog. Sorry.
Thank you.
It's a little frog picture that he drew. Not of frog or squirrel Marlin, but just as if anyways, we all get what I'm explaining, and not at all.
It's a stick figure drawing of a person with a squirrel for a hand.
We just see
But it's a frog.
We just hold, he's like, goodbye, old friend. If you ever need me, I won't know it. And then that's
Marlon
it.
is drooling in the back seat.
And that's it. And then the camera just kind of fades to black.
And Jamie turns to Ron and says, I thought speaking to animals would be a lot more magical, but all those naked people really made it weird.
Oddity Roadshow is an actual play podcast using the Monster of the Week system.
I'm Paul Byron, and I played Ron the Chosen.
I'm Allison Maier, and I played Jamie the Monstrous.
I'm Shannon Strucci, and I played Marlin the Crooked.
I'm Claudia Roley, and I played Quibi the Frog.
And I've been your GM, Joel Ruiz. Music by People Need Goals, Zach Nichols, and Sarashu, with character art by Christina Marina and episode art by Sarah Gobble. For additional information, please visit our website at oddityroadshow.com. And thank you so much for listening to episode 13, The Tale of the Fucked Up Little Guy. This has been our second guest interlude episode. In between every arc, we'll have a little guest interlude. It's kind of a break from the main story, just so that way, we can just have our friends come on. So thank you so much to Claudia Roley for coming on. She's a longtime friend of mine, past guest. She played the Chain on Critical Bits, and played Quibi on this episode. It was a lot of fun. The next episode 14, Ruby Falls, will actually be the start of Arc 3, The Mystery of the Attractive Town. I'm really excited. We have more original music because it's a brand new arc. Because of patrons, not you, you're not listening to this on Patreon, but if you are a patron, I'm talking about you. And if you're not, this isn't about you, but I am talking about them. We got a Patreon. It helps support the show. The money goes right back into it. Like I said, we buy original music. We get new art for every arc by Sarah Gobble. It really helps the show. And, if you're interested in joining, you can join at $5 a month and you can get access to the Oddity Post Show. What's that? It's the thing I talk about at the end of every show. You know what it is. Here's a clip. Pitch your name for the Oddity Roadshow fans.
Okay, so I think it's very clearly Oddity Roadhoes.
Okay.
I myself am an Oddity Roadho.
Yeah, that's exclusive. You can only hear that on Patreon. It's a lot of fun. Claudia joined us for this one. If you want to become a patron, go do it. If you want to become an exclusive patron, we do have the $20 a month level, the Eternal Light level. We'll send you some postcards here and there. We'll get a nice little swag bags for you every 6 months. It's really cool. And I give a shout out at the end of every episode to one of our Eternal Light level members. And this episode, I'm going to give a shout out to Luke, a longtime fan of both Oddity Roadshow and Critical Bits. She sent in some fun fan art of the show, and just a fun time to talk to Luke on the Discord. We do have a Discord you can come join. It's not Patreon exclusive. We do have some Patreon exclusive channels on there, but you don't have to worry about that if you're not Patreon. Go check out the show notes. There's a link to there. But yeah, thank you so much to Luke for all of your support and being an Eternal Light level member. Pretty tight of you, pretty nice. We like that a lot. Go check out all of the things. We got a website, oddityroadshow.com. We got Twitter at oddityroadshow.com. I've been posting clips on TikTok just to, try to fight the fact that Twitter's slowly dying. So please tell your friends about us. Word of mouth is the best way to spread podcasts. Write a review, rate us on wherever you get your podcasts. That's also immensely helpful. All the stuff I'm always saying, I'm always talking about at the end of the episodes. We got merch. You can find it on our website, oddityroadshow.com. We got dice. We got t-shirts, a lot of great fun stuff. And yeah, episode 14, Ruby Falls, will drop in 2 weeks. And that is the beginning of Arc 3, The Mystery of the Attractive Town. So we'll see y'all in 2 weeks, and thank you so much for listening.